app called Retap to provide motorists with on-the-go fuel management and monitoring solutions. A person with more than one vehicle at home can be able to manage and monitor the vehicles not driven by him at the palm of his hand. Now, in the studio, we're joined by Koko Vaphi and his business partner, Phindile Matrose, to tell us a little bit more about this particular app. Welcome, guys. Good to have you on the program.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, I need some more explanations. How does this work? How am I going to buy petrol from my cell phone?
Okay, Liam, this is exciting, I must say. It's basically an application where from your phone, can happen in two ways. If you're a normal person with a smartphone,
yeah,
we can load the app. It's for free. And from the app, you can be able to request. I mean, we know in our day-to-day lives, you get caught up into a situation where you're stuck on the side of the road because of fuel, because you left wallet. And you can be able to say, okay, one way is to retap yourself from your own bank account through the app, some petrol voucher to use at a petrol station and pay. That will serve as your money. Or in one way is that via a USSD code, which is like your normal star 120 star number of the person, and then you can be able to request money for fuel. That is probably, let's say, take an example of your teenage kid that drives to university or high school, can ask from a dad or a mom that, oh, I'm stuck, I need money for petrol. And then via that voucher, because it's normally a voucher system, it's not money. Yeah. So that way you can manage so that, you know, if it's your kid, then they're not just asking for money, saying it's for fuel, but it's for something else.
Yes.
So you can be able to.
So you know that money you give in them is going, it's going to fuel. It's a voucher for fuel and only fuel.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically I ask my parents buy me this money, I go to the petrol station, and then what happens?
Actually, the easiest way is how we came up with this. We were both driving from Durban, and we were actually driving, and then I said to him, you know what, since there's a lot of people that get stuck on the road, especially what he just mentioned now, the easiest way to load fuel, I can load anyone in South Africa, whether you're in Cape Town, I'm sitting at home. Yeah. You call me, you ask me for fuel, and then I go to my cell phone banking, or you can use your PC. Cell phone banking, get into your vouchers. Vouchers, you go to Retap. Once you click Retap, it shows you all the garages, all the names of the garages. You choose one. Where the party is, whoever that asks you for fuel. Yeah. You choose that one, and then you can load $400, send it via email or send it via your phone, and then he receives or she receives a voucher. Then the voucher, she just shows the petrol attendant, types in the voucher number, everything shows where the fuel is from, and then you go.
That's great. That's a really clever idea. Where did you come up with it from?
Actually, it was our need.
You needed
we
this.
Needed this.
You ran out of petrol and thought,
we were driving, we had reached our limit and all those kind of things. And then I said to him, why don't you just develop something that can make our lives easier, where we can call and say, listen, load me fuel. Yeah. I mean, for parents at school, it's going to be very easy. If your kid is driving, kid is in Cape Town, you can easily load every week. Yeah. And also for a person that works, let's say every end of the month, you can easily transfer 2,000 to your Retap.
Yes.
And then, you know, every week you load $500 on Sunday. You use it for the whole week. Same voucher. You can use it the whole month. You know that money is there for fuel, not for anything else.
I suppose it's easy for business owners as well.
Of
course. I mean, there's a petrol card. You know, we get these petrol cards. So what's the difference? I mean, why not go that route?
Exactly. That's the interesting point. Because to get access to facilities like that petrol card, you have to be credible with the bank. Right. So you have to be a person that earns so much. Yeah. So in order for you to qualify into that package, get a platinum current account card, get a garage card. But in this case, it's something like you have access on yourself, and you can manage several other vehicles of yours through the same application. That means that, I mean, it helps that you as a father or a parent, you managing your kids' cars, your one car that is used by your kid, or if you're a business owner who has a fleet of cars, then you managing your cars. That way you know exactly where they put petrol, how much you're able to monitor how much is being put, and how much are you spending or consuming per month, depending on how much how long you want to measure your consumption.
And just to add on to just what he said, it's not only for individuals, as we have mentioned. if you're a taxi owner, it's
Yeah,
very
of
easy to
course.
use.
That's a big thing.
And also on the growth of the company, like the way we've structured it, it's the individuals and then it's the fleet owners and then getting into the trucking and the logistics and all those kind of things. Because we've developed also for logistics in terms of your trucks where you load, you know where they load, how much fuel consumption they need. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic concept, and pay as you go, I suppose, is one of
It
those
is.
things that's working. I mean, we look at cell phones, we do that already.
Yeah.
We pay upfront for our airtime.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I mean, it's kind of the one service that you pay for before you've even used it. So this is the same concept. It's paying for petrol
It's paying for
before
petrol.
you've even gotten it, though.
It's paying for petrol. Even the fuel companies, they can actually see that they've sold so much fuel.
Yeah.
Although the person hasn't been to the garage. I mean, how many users, if you load, 10 people, they laid for $2,000, but they haven't used, they've only used 500, so there's still, they can easily monitor also in terms of
and
how
also
much sales.
One more thing to highlight on this, Eliane, is that in the telecom space, these applications like this are called the OTTs, like over-the-top applications.
Yeah.
They work on infrastructure that is already there. They work on services that are already there, but they just provide value add to the next business.
Okay.
You know, in this case, it will be fuel providers, banks, or the network operators, mobile network operators, because then all the subscribers that are using the service, they are using it over somebody's network, MTN, Vodacom, Cell C, and also they are putting petrol on somebody's existing fuel provider, which is like Sasol, Caltex, and everything.
Yeah.
But you know, because it's a newer service and it provides an interest from the consumers to say, oh, okay, maybe let me use this and be able to
to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get some things out the way. It's already in existence, obviously.
Yeah, it's developed, but we haven't launched it yet.
So you haven't
We
launched
haven't
it
launched it
yet.
yet.
So it'll be available on all cell phones. You download it onto your cell phone. Is that how it
The
works?
application is going to be there. We're going to do marketing as we're doing now.
Yeah,
And it will be available, and I'm sure beginning of July.
Beginning of July.
Yes. It's
Okay,
called
so
Retap.
it's in a month from now, basically, that you're going to be you're going to be launching it. So it's called Retap.
Retap.
Okay, and okay. I'm not going to ask you how it's going because we can't go there yet. I mean, I think it's a great idea. Is it in operation in other countries in the world? This idea.
Nope.
This is a uniquely South African idea.
Uniquely South African idea. I mean,
Well done, guys.
we've made a research. I mean, there's a couple of companies that are doing fuel management, but they're doing it on a high level for logistics, strictly concentrating on logistic and tracking and that, but not this exactly as how we planned it to do in the South African market.
So when they say that ideas are there, they're right in front of you. You just have to see them.
Exactly.
This is one of them.
And this is what happened to us for us to come up with this.
So did you get stuck on the side of the road or something? Did this happen to you?
We were in Durban and we've misused some of our finances.
Oh,
and
misused it.
So
you were partying too hard
so
and you
we're
couldn't get
driving
home.
slow coming back, and then I said to him, we're tired. I said, because when you drive, you're like, okay, I've got 200 kilometers left, and the fuel is showing 120 kilometers. So that's when we actually came up with this.
Yeah, this idea.
So it was a need that we actually came up with.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I mean, I think it's so nice. It's a uniquely South African idea, launching the beginning of July.
Yeah.
And come back. Come tell us how it's going when you eventually get this,
definitely we'll do
when you
that.
get this off the ground. So these are two of South Africa's young entrepreneurs. They've developed an app. It's called Retap. It's launching the beginning of next month. So that's the beginning of July. You'll be able to buy petrol vouchers wherever you are and send it to the person who's in need. It's as simple as that, but let's see if it works. I look forward to hearing about this. Phindile Matrose, who's in studio with us, as well as his business partner, Koko Vaphi. Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.